Hey everyone, I'm back again with another video, and this one is titled, Wife Kind of Cheated on Me and I'm Trying to Process This. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Let's get right into it. Okay, I'm pretty upset and hurt at the moment. Bit of a story to this. I've been married to my wife for 14 years, and we have 3 kids. Not a perfect marriage, no marriage is, but we've weathered the storms and fallen more and more in love over the years. But something got unearthed yesterday. 15 years ago, when we'd been together for 5 years and a year away from marriage, my wife left her journal out on the table. I didn't go rifling through it, but looked enough to see that my name was all over it. So I read maybe a page, and there was a mention of missing Mark. Turns out it was her journal from a couple of years prior, when we'd been together for 3 years, and she did some backpacking in Europe. She met a guy, developed a crush on him, and wrote in detail about how attractive he was, and that she might do something drastic, like maybe sleep with him. I remember that she also wrote something about knowing it was wrong, but it's just the way she feels. She later emailed him a few times asking to stay with him. I was very upset and shocked. I closed the book and decided to never ask her about it. I was 99% sure that if something had happened, she would have told me. So likely nothing happened. But what she wrote still hurt a lot. I repressed it away, and we got married a year later. Fast forward to yesterday. The kids are away at grandma's, and we're lounging. She makes some comments about her old diaries, and boom, I remember all of this, and it stirred in me all day. We went out for a walk that night, and I had to tell her. She played it off, but I persisted. I didn't know now exactly what was written, but I knew it was hurtful and showed intent to cheat. Anyway, she dug out the journal this morning at my request, and she agreed to read it to put the matter to rest. I didn't read it, didn't want to. She admitted that it was full of talk about being attracted to this other guy and wanting a rendezvous to sleep with him. So there I was, she admitted it. But we both stayed aware that this was before we were married and our relationship wasn't 100% certain, though I always thought it was. Nothing did happen. She just had clear intent to sleep with him. She wanted to sleep with him, but he never emailed her back. Full intent was there. I then stared her in the eye and asked, "Are there any other encounters I don't know about?" She thought about it for a good 30 seconds and then said no. So I had to push and said that it shouldn't have taken that long to say no. Then she started crying and told me that yes, there was something else. In 2001, a year into our committed relationship, she flew home for a family visit and hooked up with a former boyfriend. They kissed, undressed, and they did foreplay. Then she says they were interrupted and nothing else happened. I found it hard to believe that nothing else happened. 2 naked 22-year-olds and no intercourse? But she swears that's all. No intercourse, no oral, just some kissing, and some foreplay. Edit. With a little pressing, she later admitted that she also touched him. A little more pressing, she revealed that he gave her some light oral intercourse. And more pressing still, finally, she admitted that they each gave each other oral intercourse. She blew him. F. So goddamn, I've been with this woman for 20 years and have always been faithful, and now know that she cheated on me once in 2001 and had full intent to do it again in 2003, but it didn't pan out. It was so long ago, but I'm still hurt to know this. Our relationship would have ended back then if I had known either way. No marriage, no kids, but here we are, marriage with kids. I'm just sort of numb and processing that. In the early years of our relationship, the woman I love once had, and once willfully tried to have, a physical encounter with another man. And the OP has an update for us in the comments. I loaded my van, hooked up my tent trailer, and left. I asked an older friend if I could park on her property on short notice, and she allowed it. Anyway, this friend is a very nice woman, and she asked me what was wrong. She's not connected to my wife or other friends, so I was comfortable telling her what had happened. She listened to the whole story, then said to me that I was being too harsh. And as soon as she said it, I thought, yes, I'm being too harsh. My kids just came back from days away. I'm waiting for them to get to sleep. Then I'm going home, and we'll work through this. The 42-year-old woman is not the 22/25-year-old woman who didn't have her life together and betrayed me. And a reply to that says, I'm happy you are going home. Do not freak out on her, and do not rehash the past if you want to get past this. I know this isn't fair, I know this isn't right, but it's what we do in moments like this that define us. I think I speak for 99% of Reddit on this. Forgive her. Go seek some counseling and please stop yelling at her until she has to flee the room. Maybe a trip by yourself in the camper is you feel this is eating you up and you can't see anyone because of Cove. Find the path, brother. We'll be here for you when you get back. And the OP put another comment saying, at my request, my wife just read alone her entire journal to herself. I'm still not looking at it. Page by page, every word, no skimming. Own it. And I had her confess to me without BS that she cheated on me in 2000 and attempted to cheat on me again in 2003. No more BS, it's all out. I told her that I unequivocally would have dumped her for either of those things. And I made her say it out loud twice. I cheated on you once, and I tried to cheat on you a second time. And I made her say it, you should have dumped me. At which point I exploded and yelled loud enough to make the room shake. The outburst caused her to leave the room. She came back in tears 15 minutes later asking to talk, and I told her to F off. And a reply to that says, that doesn't sound healthy. You were punishing her and only punishing her. You both need therapy, especially if you are behaving this way with kids around. And the OP replied, I stand firm that I've done nothing wrong. She held a deep secret for our entire relationship, one that would have changed the outcome drastically. I'm furious, and she's owning it. I give her credit for not hiding anything anymore. P.S. Kids weren't around. All went down thankfully with kids away for days at grandma's. And the last comment says, okay, first of all, she's not kinda your wife. She is your wife no matter what. Second of all, this happened years ago when the relationship wasn't 100% clear, so honestly, I think it's something that should just be another bump that doesn't matter anymore. Move on. Should she have been honest? Yes. Is it worth divorcing? No. And the OP replied, she had my full commitment from day one and I never doubted hers. Her morals and honesty were some of her best features. Raised in a good, honest household, Catholic guilt included, which makes it all the more hurtful that she did these things and hid them for all this time. The house of cards that is our marriage is not being held up anymore. This is foundational. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of our future videos, and be sure to comment below what other subreddits you want me to cover.